while they're announcing the starting lineup, we need to do our talk. All right, give us a 3, 2, 1, and we'll be good to go. Full step out, full step out. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Jerry Savage Court in the Knott Hall Performance Gym as your 8-4 Loyola Dons take on the 7-12 John Carroll Patriots. I'm George Schaefer, once again joined courtside by Cole Cross. And Cole, after 2 consecutive losses for the Dons, how can they bounce back tonight?
I mean, really, there's different things that have been really going wrong in the past few games. So the first problem for the Dons is that their defense has just been losing efficiency as the game progresses. Against St. Maria Goretti, they had 60% defensive rebounds first quarter and 33% fourth quarter, which is like a huge drop. And the most detrimental quarter for the Dons' offense has been the third quarter. During halftime, Loyola keeps losing their offensive momentum, and it takes a full quarter for them to gain that momentum back. Against McDonough, their field goals percentage dropped from 70% first quarter down to 35% by the third quarter. The third problem we've seen from Dons recently is their three-point efficiency, or rather lack of it. Against Goretti, they were 4 for 20 in three-pointers, which isn't great when Goretti goes 50% on theirs. If the Dons want to bounce back, I would say they just need to stay focused on defense throughout the game, press efficiently, and definitely just apply more pressure outside of the paint.
We would also like to give a very special shout-out and thank you to the Loyola Blakefield Sports Analytics Club, founded by Dan Clank, Tom Boudet, and Mr. Grabout from the math department. The Sports Analytics Club is dedicated to providing interesting stats and key takeaways from Don's sporting events. So both teams getting ready to take the court for tip-off as the first 8 minutes are almost underway. Loyola Dons in white and the John Carroll Patriots in black. So some interesting other stats. Loyola obviously lost their last 2 games in both frustrating fashion. While John Carroll won their last 2, they lost to Pilati a few weeks back. Loyola having beat Pilati by a score of 20.
Tied for their highest scoring game, actually, with the Glen Country for the Dons.
So Mason Ellison, the sophomore, to tip it off versus Beatrice Battle. And John Carroll quick to win the opening tip-off. Mason Ellison's going to take over for the Dons early. So, in the beginning of the game, obviously a lot of physicality. So I asked Coach Javali the same question I just asked you, Cole, which was, how are they going to bounce back? He said the key is defense. He knows that John Carroll has a lot of three-point weapons, and the plan is to just, play Loyola basketball, but keep in mind what John Carroll brings to the table.
I mean, yeah, and offensively as well, they just need to retain momentum, especially after halftime. Like, during that third quarter, they just got to cut to the paint, make passes, and get those 2-pointers in.
John Carroll with the ball now again. This time it's Gino Basima. And Battle's going to finish it off. 5-0 John Carroll early in this game. Jordan Hammond. Elliott. Ryder Drew. Back to Hammond. Hammond working his way back into the middle. Time. There's Miles Smith. Nothing going now. Loyola has an opportunity to cut it. Mason Ellison fumbles, but finishes. And we are tied at 5 with under 6 minutes left to go in the opening quarter. Basima in the paint for 3. Nailed it. Caden Chania Fallon puts the Patriots on top by 3. Here goes Hammond. Elliott. He took one too many steps. John Carroll's going to get it back.
We were already seeing this earlier on in the game. It's going to be a close matchup tonight. I mean, taking factors in, like, just different factors from past games and looking at close, it's going to be, like, really close tonight. But I do think the Dons can pull out the win. Most likely score, crunching all the numbers up. Shout out to my calculator for that, is 65-59 Loyola. But, I mean, it's going to be really fast-paced. It's a close game, both sides.
Smith with it. And there goes Mason Ellison. Kind of still able to hang on. Noah Miller is not. And Jalen Brown checking in for Sam Navarre. 6'4" senior. And Hammond's going to check it in from the side. Warren Elliott. We expect to hear his name a lot tonight.
I mean, yeah, the Ellies, like I said last time against Karate, the Ellies are just great. Ellison and Elliott both. All stars in the team.
Drew! Off the back of the rim. Had another chance. Here's Mason Ellison. And a foul is called on John Carroll.
I mean, that three-point attempt, that's one of the things Loyola needs to just focus up on, just make those three-pointers. They, again, 4 and 20 against Goretti in three-point attempts.
Jalen Brown checking it in. Elliott with the fake jumper. And Jalen Brown with the finish after the air ball cuts it down to one.
Great passing by the Dons
For
there.
three again, John Carroll sinks it. Anthony Council, freshman guard.
We're seeing already, John Carroll has such a good three-point offense.
And it's going to be hard for Loyola to keep up, especially after a play like that. If they're able to take their time with it, I think they'll have better success.
And then also just, like I said earlier, just press out more, play a little harder defense, just don't let them get those easy three-pointers in.
And Corin Elliott checking out, Colin Glorioso, the senior, checking in. Lets Miles Smith by him. Another long three. Nothing that time. And Basima was able to finish it off. It was Aiden Abel who took the shot. And Jalen Brown nearly fumbles. And here goes Miles Smith pushing the net. Basima, and he's blocked by Ryder Drew. The Yale commit can't do it. As Ryder Drew says, absolutely not.
Amazing defense by Ryder Drew. That's exactly what Loyola needs. Just keep up with this fast-paced John Carroll offense. Just do exactly what Ryder Drew just did.
Unfortunately, refs saw a foul, and Gino Basima from the Congo is going to go to the line. He'll rack up another, make it a 7-point game. So, I mean, it was good defense, but in the end, the call is what matters, not the block. Got the second, and Glorioso. Jordan Ham is now going to check it back in. 15-7, it's an 8-point game. Glorioso nearly loses it again. You notice how John Carroll is very successful with their full court press. Loyola making them harder for them to hang on to the ball, giving them a scare in the back. Jalen Brown now. So back out to Ellison for three. And it's another disappointing air ball as Noah Miller's going to take it over. Back to Basima. Another three attempt. This one's off the rim. Recovered by Aiden Abel. And he will finish. 10-point game now. And a timeout's going to be called by Loyola. Obviously, frustrating start as they are letting the game slip away pretty early. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 17-7 John Carroll already.
And George, you not only talked to the volley, you talked to John Carroll's coach as well. What did he say?
He told me, so I asked him what he did specifically to prepare for Loyola. And surprisingly, he told me they didn't do much at all. He said it's all about the culture on their team, and that for them, they only need to make small preparations to prepare for games like this. So, I mean, so far they've been pretty successful. It's all about improving themselves and not trying to match other teams' standards.
Yeah, that's a trend we've seen from a lot of coaches coming to play here on Jerry Savage Court. We saw that from Pilates coach as well. They were just happy to be there. They just want to play for themselves, just do the best they can.
Yep, and Seth Goldberg has to be feeling good so far. Ryder Drew, wide open, Jalen Brown in the middle, but he misses him, goes for Hammond instead. Now Drew has it in the paint. Floater, he's got it. 8-point game as Basima will bring it back up. This time it's Fallon, able for three. And he is able to get them three more. That was a horrible pun, I'm sorry. Mason and Ellison. Drew wide open for the three, but was fouled. It was on Noah Miller, and he will now check out as Anthony Council and Miles Smith are now back into the game. Loyola introduced Joe Nottingham into the game in place of Mason Ellison. Smith trying to start it off. Anthony Council back to Basima. You're going to hear a lot of Basima tonight. Council will travel and turn it over to the Dons. A chance for them to cut the lead to 9, potentially 8. Ryder Drew will check it in from the far sideline. And it gives you a wide open Jalen Brown. Caught John Carroll off guard, and it is a 9-point game. Miles Smith started off. Basima in the paint. Anthony Council. And passed away by Ryder Drew. Colin Glorioso has it. Jalen Brown. Glorioso for three! Got it!
Loyola Blakefield showing that 20-point game isn't going to hold up. They're going to come back.
6 points now with 1:30 left to go. Miles Smith, Anthony Council does not have the height advantage. Basima, he wants it. Anthony Council for three, hits! John Carroll responds right back. Moves it up back to 9. As Corin Elliott, who's now back in the game, see what he can do. And now we are under a minute left to go in the first quarter, 23-14. Jalen Brown wants to make it less. Nothing going on, that was a desperation shot. Miles Smith's pass stolen away by Glorioso. And another foul on John Carroll will be their second of the night, as we have 43 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter. The Dons are going to need the student section also.
Definitely good foul control in this game, though. I mean, only 2 fouls on both sides. I mean, the last time we were side by side, Pilates ended up
finishing
giving Loyola
like
bonus.
6.
Yeah, by first quarter.
Anthony Council doing good on the full court press I mentioned earlier. Jalen Brown, now Ryder Drew. Back to Brown. Uses his body to rack up another 2 more. We're back to a 7-point game as I think that is Shadia Fallon makes it 10. We are now 10 seconds left to go. Brown, step back, Glorioso. Now it's Corin Elliott who has it. 5 seconds left. And the whistle goes up. A carry called on Corin Elliott. And with 4 seconds left, the ball is going to go back. So now, Digi Battle Ali will check in for the first time tonight. Corin Elliott will come out after his carry foul. With just 4 seconds left to go, it is a 26-16 game. For 3. And it was too high.
The Dons had great momentum to finish it off there, but every time they scored, John Carroll responded with another three-point. I mean, their three-point shooting is just on point tonight.
That was junior Justin Spencer, who couldn't get it in at the end of the first quarter. Now we will head to the second with Loyola facing a 10-point deficit against the John Carroll Patriots. So, I mean, Loyola obviously doesn't want to make this their third straight loss. Previously, in the last week or so, they lost to McDonough 67-65, which was a real statement, especially because of how close it was. And then they lost to St. Maria Goretti 20 points down, which was obviously humbling. This is the night they want to bounce back. They're definitely going to need to make some changes to their original game plan if they want to see that happen.
I mean, you just can't let John Carroll get those three-pointers off. I keep saying it over and over, but it's true. You got to press out more. You got to focus on that defense outside of the paint versus inside, because they're not even trying to go inside. They're just taking those three-pointers and just racking up the points over and over and over.
They had, I believe, a 4 to 5 game winning streak before their last 2 losses. As Ryder Drew is getting ready to start us off in the second quarter, Jordan Hammond will take it to the backcourt. Hammond, Jalen Brown. Back to Hammond. Pushes the paint, and he is fouled. And Jordan Hammond, I believe, will go to the line for 2.
What's interesting about this game is that if John Carroll wins, it'll be their longest winning streak of the season and Loyola's longest losing streak of the season.
Or correction, it will be Ryder Drew to check it in from the bottom. You'll find Joe Nottingham nearly travels. Hammond trying to do it again. Ryder Drew. Very tight defense being played by Carroll as Jalen Brown airballs the 3. Battle Ollie's able to recover. Nice rebound by Ryder Drew. Abel! And this time, nothing going as Noah Miller is able to stay on bounds and keep the progression alive with 13 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Miller! He can't do it either, and Joe Nottingham recovers. Loyola ball. We are now a minute into the second quarter. And we have signals for a jump ball, which means Loyola's possession will be given away to John Carroll. It is an 8-point game. John Carroll racked up another foul pretty early on as Ryder Drew's going to check out now. And in comes Mason Ellison. Smith also just checked in. Now Basima has it. Another 3 for Chania Fallon. And Loyola's going to get pinned in again. Here comes Mason Ellison. Joe Nottingham able to bobble and keep it. Jalen Brown. Hammond for 3! Nothing there for him as Jalen Brown will try and recover. Ellison. Hammond's pinned deep. Here's Joe Nottingham. And Nottingham will take it too far to the right as it bounced off the back of the rim. As now Chania Fallon can't score, and neither can Theatrice Battle. Jalen Brown will miss the dunk and draw the foul. It remains an 11-point game Jalen Brown.
Back before, 2 plays before that foul, Loyola had possession for a really long time. They just weren't able to capitalize. You have to get that ball in the net when you have possession for that long.
And Jalen Brown needs to make these free throws. It's their first time doing it in this game. There's one 10-point game. So you can make it a 9. It's been fairly successful for free throws thus far this season. He makes it look easy, and it is now 20-29, 5:57 left to go in the half. John Carroll is the only team that's fouled so far this quarter. Loyola's going to have to stay more disciplined. I bet that's part of what Coach Javali talked about with all the fouls they were drawing, travels, individual ones. Gia Fallon, Basima. Basima gets off the bottom rim. Is finished by Beatrice Battle. Here's Jordan Hammond. He has Mason Ellison to his left, and he will give him the ball. Back to Hammond in the middle. He wants a pick. Can't get it. Ellison now in the back. In the paint. Battle Ollie for 3! And they can't do Beatrice Battle with the rebound. Able to get it to Basima. They're going to push for a quick basket. And he has Shania Fallon, but it's stolen away by Ellison. Nothing there for him. And Ellison cuts it down back to 9. He had no one in front of him.
And it's great defense by Loyola.
Basima stolen away again by Mason Ellison, playing amazing defense. And then Sam Navarre just throws it to the Loyola sideline. He was looking for Ryder Drew. Jordan Hammond signaling for them to slow it down because as soon as they recover, they're going for the quick basket. And 50% of the time they're missing. If they can slow down, they'll get more points and slowly start to cut the deficit, which they have done so far. It's only a 9-point game.
Hammond visibly disappointed himself there.
Abel Smith. This time it's Shia Fallon again. This time he doesn't make it, but he's been very on point with his three-point shooting tonight. As Hammond, not sure what he was trying to do there, but it didn't achieve much. Here goes Miles Smith, working his way through the paint. Now it's Shia Fallon playing on the left side for the first time. Miles Smith. And what a finish by Shia Fallon. He didn't even see the bucket. Ryder Drew and Jordan Hammond work together to escape the full court press. And Jordan Hammond's going to draw a foul. Ryder Drew will check it in from the Loyola bench. So Navarre, we talked about him. He checked in from Colin Glorioso. 33-22, now an 11-point game. Loyola's doing their best not to let them pull away, and John Carroll racks up their third foul of the quarter, while Loyola has 0 in the second.
And Loyola has held their own a bit better, played a bit better defense this quarter. The John Carroll leads by about the same amount they led at the end of the first quarter. But Loyola can't just match John Carroll. They have to go ahead and pull ahead of them, score more than them, and just catch back up. Because just matching their skill level isn't going to help you in this game anymore.
And another beautiful finish there. This time it's Aiden Abel. They're playing a little bit sloppy with their ball handling. A lot of balls rolling out of bounds into the hands of the other team. The shooting foul goes up. He would have liked the and one. Sam Navarro couldn't get it. And it is now 35-22, a 13-point game. So Ryder Drew. This is the first one off the back of the rim. A fourth foul racked up for John Carroll. They're giving Loyola a lot of opportunities for free throws. Ryder Drew going to take a second, see if he can cut it down to a 12-point game. And he can't get that one either. Here comes Chania Fallon. Basima. Able to keep it in bounds. Back to Aiden Abel. Chania Fallon again, worked his way to the left. Back outside. Miller wasn't able to get it. Beatrice Battle finishes. Noah Miller, 6 foot senior, couldn't do it. And Basima with the finish. It's a nice layup there by Corin Elliott, who checked back in, as did Mason Ellison for, I'm not sure who that was for, Mason Smith now, Beatrice Battle. Outside to Chania Fallon, wanted Miller, but Deji Batalali was there. This time Aiden Abel for 3. Nothing going either.
Yeah, he was not able to make that.
Miles Smith now won't get it either.
And your puns are infectious.
And it looks like they'll say it's out on John Carroll, so over the ball. Mason Ellison, first time we've heard his name in a while, will check it back in. It is a jump ball. So now Loyola has possession again. They're going to keep doing a full court press, and it's worked so far. It's made Loyola try and play faster and more rushed, and they've been giving up a lot of possessions. Corin Elliott wants to change it. Jumper off the left side of the rim. He gets his own rebound, and it's going to turn over to John Carroll. Sorry, no. Yep, Jalen Brown will keep it. This time, yeah, sub change. Chania Fallon coming out. And coming in for him is Beatrice Battle. Now we see Noah Miller step out for Justin Spencer, 6-foot junior.
Coach Tavalia entered on that last call.
Is a 24-37, 13-point game. Spencer, Abel. Basima back to Smith. And back to Smith on the outside. He's only going to get 2 if he makes it, but no can do as Ryder Drew's going to take back over. 2 minutes left to go in the half. Jalen Brown cuts it down again. 11 points. Abel almost stepped out of bounds, able to keep it in. Spencer for 3. No, but Basima has it now. Abel, another air ball, this time Beatrice Battle. Corin Elliott, we have a minute, 20 seconds left to go. Jalen Brown, another layup. Cuts it to 9, the Dons are on a run. And a timeout called by John Carroll. Coach Goldberg can sense it.
Loyola stands are really into it as well. I think this is the largest I've seen them so far.
So when they need it most is when they're down. Loyola can try and find a way to bounce back here. Cut the deficit before halftime. And use the halftime break to their advantage. I think they're not ready for the halftime yet. They want to cut the deficit even more. It's a 9-point game. If they can even cut it to 6, then they still have a very big advantage.
Yeah, they'll have to retain that momentum after halftime, though. Just not follow the trend in previous games. Keep that momentum going, because it's working.
They have a minute, and best case scenario is a 3-point game going into the halftime break, which is something we'd really like to see. So starting it off is going to be Beatrice Battle with Chania Fallon. He's been very accurate with his 3-point field goals tonight. 3-point shooting. Abel. Chania Fallon. Any counsel? Back in the hands of Beatrice Battle, their star. And unable to lay it in is recovered by Jalen Brown, who's been very successful. Mason Ellison for three. Nothing but net for Mason Ellison. 40 seconds left to go. 6-point game. They've cut the deficit in more than half. They have the momentum.
I mean, they keep doing exactly what you're doing.
I can't even hear myself talking. Shania Fallon knocks it in. 9-point game once again. 20 seconds and Mason Ellison's going to take his time. This will be the last possession of the half.
Hoping to get it back to 6.
Another thing to note is that John Carroll has double the fouls as Loyola. Jalen Brown, who's been playing very aggressively on offense, he's been the one that got them back in this game. He'll draw a foul with 4 seconds left. If Loyola can hit another 3, it's a 6-point game going in a half. Now it's another sub change. And this time it's for John Carroll.
I mean, John Carroll, you don't want too many fouls. They're honestly doing a good job of controlling it because they haven't given the bonus to Loyola until 4 seconds left in the game, which they can't do anything with that.
Brown doesn't make the first one. He can make the second. Or if he misses it the second, let's say he misses the second, they have a chance for 3. You might see him hit the front of the rim. He won't. So now John Carroll will take it back over. Probably best to play it safe. 32-40, an 8-point game going into the half. But it certainly is better than a 16-point game, which it was at one point in this game. Miles Smith with 1 second. And I don't think it's not going to count for Geno Basima. So a struggle in the first quarter, but the Dons go into the halftime break on a positive note. 40-31, John Carroll, and we will take you to break.
First quarter down to 35% by the third quarter. The third problem we've seen from Dons recently is your three-point efficiency.
What John Carroll brings to the table. Starting off, Basima in the paint. Anthony Council. And passed away by Ryder Drew. And then Sam Navarre just broke to the Loyola sideline. He was looking for Ryder Drew. Jordan Hammond signaling for them to slow it down because as soon as they recover, they're going for the quick basket, and 50% of the time they're missing, and they can slow down. They'll get more points and slowly start to cut the deficit, which they have done so far. Smith pushing the net, Basima, and he's blocked by Ryder.
For some reason, you guys are echoing.
Drew, the Yale commit, can't do it, as Ryder Drew says absolutely not.
Amazing defense by Ryder Drew. That's exactly what Loyola needs. Just keep up with this fast-paced John Carroll offense. Just do exactly what Ryder Drew just did.
Unfortunately, refs on the foul, and Basima from the Congo is going to go to the line. He'll rack up another, make it a 7-point game. So, I mean, it was good defense, but in the end, the calls what matters, not the block. Got the second, and Glorioso. Jordan Hammond is now going to check it back in. 15-7, it's an 8-point game. I asked Coach Javali the same question I just asked you. we welcome you back to Jerry Savage Court. The Dons were on their way from coming back from a around 14 point deficit, which they have now cut to an 8-point deficit. In the start of the third quarter, will be Beatrice Battle checking it in from the far sideline. The team switch sides. Jano Basima.
We'll have to see if the Dons can keep their momentum heading in the second half. They've lost in previous games, but if they can keep it here, then they have a good shot here.
Smith Basima barely able to finish it off. Just 30 seconds in to a fresh new half for Loyola Blakefield. This one's stolen away by Beatrice Battle. Basima couldn't put it up by more. It's a 10-point game. And there goes Jalen Brown, putting it back down to 8. He's going on a scoring run. And it started during the last 2 minutes of the second quarter. And it's carried into the second half. Loyola's really hoping not to lose the momentum they had before going into the halftime break. And it's going to be Miles Smith who travels. Gives it over to Loyola.
And we do apologize for the audio first half. We're having a bit of technical difficulties.
Yes, and so John Carroll, both teams went into the second quarter with 2 fouls. Loyola ended the half with 3, while John Carroll racked up 5 more and ended off with 7. Jalen Brown for 3. Oh, just missed off rolled around the rim. That's not going to be fun to watch back. This time it's Miller. It's stolen away by Ellison. So here's the difference now, if you think about it. They've been full court pressing. John Carroll's been full court pressing all game long. And it isn't until now that they're actually starting to be successful with it and steal it from the Dons. Although they can't this time, as Mason Ellison cuts it back down to 8. Loyola doing their best to keep up. Miles Sanders. Caden Shibia Fallon. Now it's Beatrice Battle, steps back 3. He's got it. And John Carroll has an 11-point lead on the Dons. 5:30 left to go in the third. Hammond, Ryder Drew. Back to Ryder Drew for 3. Off the back, and Miles Sanders gets the rebound. Deji Batalali almost had it. And Beatrice Battle finishes off a quick possession. Now 13-point lead. John Carroll starting to let this pull away with his game.
It does look like the Dons have unfortunately lost their momentum here, as they have in the past.
They had a lot of momentum going into the break, which is just unfortunate. Ryder Drew now.
Back at the same lead. John Carroll's the same lead they had before Blakefield's momentum.
They're going to have to start all over again. Jordan Hammond. Brown gets the layup and the and one. And now they have a chance to cut it down to a 10-point lead. Jalen Brown's going to go to the line. He missed both of his free throws the last time he was here. Trying to do the reverse of the commentator's curse. Maybe he'll make it because I said he missed. Never mind.
Nope.
That's
good try,
unfortunate.
though.
Miles Smith. Anthony Council. Smith again. Back to Aiden Abel. Off the right side of the rim. Bounce to the left. Recovered by Mason Ellison. And yeah, Jalen Brown is going to get his foul. Or not. Coach Javali doesn't look happy about that call at all. So now Aiden Abel will take over after he collided with Jalen Brown, but since he didn't fall, there was no call. Anthony Council now. Fallon will miss another rebound. They've been picking up the defensive rebounds. Ryder Drew misses the pass.
And hit you.
Yeah, thanks, Ryder. So Miles Smith will take over. And Gino Basima now. Abel, 3 again. Off the left side of the rim. Now
John
Mason
Carroll
Ellison takes the ankles of Aiden Abel and cuts it to 9. He did that for me. He did it for my foot. As Abel misses the layup, Quan Elliott, we haven't heard his name at all yet. I'm not sure if he scored, but this one goes off the hands of Ellison and out of bounds.
Don's definitely gaining their momentum back, though.
Yeah, they are.
And John Carroll hasn't been quite as good on the three-pointers this half either. So, I mean, if this keeps up, then this is looking really good for the Dons right now.
It's starting to become more mental at this point in the game, where if they can get inside the heads of the John Carroll defenders, like they just did with that one play with Ellison, then they'll be successful. John Carroll, they just have to stop them on defense. Anthony Council, sorry, you go.
Yeah, I just feel like that's like one of the most overlooked parts of basketball. Everyone talks about, oh, these three-point shooters. Oh, Steph Curry is such a three-point shooter. But you can get into the mind. Like, Steph Curry has gotten his, like, they have gotten into Steph Curry's mind before, and he has just failed out of nowhere. You can get into the minds of players. It's one of the most overlooked parts of basketball. It is a huge part of the game, and it's coming into play here.
So this one goes off the hands of Caden Chania. Fallon, Quan Elliott going to check it in for the Dons. Beatrice Battle there for Seth Goldberg's very much used full court press as Ryder Drew. There's Quan Elliott. He's looking to get some of his first points tonight. I'm not sure how much he scored, as a foul is drawn. It was a charging foul. I believe it's on Jalen Brown. And Loyola matches John Carroll's foul count at 2 on the half. Miles Smith bringing it up. Loyola needs to make stops like this, and they have. They've been playing a little bit better on defense. It's 49-40, John Carroll, and Aiden Abel makes it 51-40. Jalen Brown is fouled. Ryder Drew will check it in from the John Carroll sideline. It's being pressed by Beatrice Battle. Quan Elliott. Elliott, before the pass gets off, a foul is called on Sam Navarre for holding Beatrice Battle's jersey. And it will be Battle himself to check it in from the far sideline, as there are 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in our third quarter. 51-40 game. John Carroll in command. Loyola hoping to cut it down.
Even though it ultimately didn't matter because that foul, Loyola just has to control that ball a lot better.
Another excellent finish for Jalen Brown, who's having a very good game tonight. Miller for 3. Off the top, rebounded by Basima. Another three-point attempt this time for Beatrice Battle. No can do. Colin Glorioso takes over. Quan Elliott Jalen Brown signals to Ryder Drew. They got to slow it down with under 2 minutes left to go. Jalen Brown finds Colin Glorioso for another give-and-go finish. It is now a 7-point game.
I mean, John Carroll just, again, not great on three-pointers this half. Definitely not as good as they were last half. They were on fire last half. They barely made any this half. I mean, the Dons are starting to capitalize on that and come back.
And Seth Goldberg would like to make an attempt to stop the momentum, just like he did earlier, using their second timeout of the game, first of the half. We have 1:36 left to go. 44-51, John Carroll in command. But Coach Diwali would like to say not for long. So John Carroll still racking up more and more fouls. Loyola only had 3 in the first half. John Carroll already has 4 in this quarter.
I mean, if John Carroll ends up giving Loyola that bonus, that'll just help them more to get their comeback.
Something positive for Loyola this season has been being the more disciplined team in almost all of their games. They've had like 2 times less the amount of fouls in almost all of their games versus their opponents.
I mean,
And at first, when I watched them, I thought it's got to be the other team having more fouls, being less disciplined. But then you look at the way Coach Diwali runs his team, and they're very disciplined on the court, and they do commit substantially a less amount of fouls. They only have 5 so far this game. John Carroll has over 10. Basima wanted the 3, too far out. Same thing with Aiden Abel. Beatrice Battle. Student section getting very loud now. They'll find Basima in the paint. They'll triple team Basima, but that leaves Miller wide open for 3. Still can't get it. Good rebound by Glorioso. Sam Navarre checked out for Joe Nottingham with a minute left to go in the third quarter. Elliott takes another John Carroll defender's ankles, and Jalen Brown, instead of the finish, draws the foul. He'll go to the line for 2 with the potential to turn this into a 5-point game. This is huge, although he is 0 for 3 in free throws tonight. We are under a minute left to go in the third quarter. 5th foul of the night already for John Carroll.
don't overlook Elliott, though. I mean, that footwork, that's just amazing to watch.
Now it is a 6-point game, and you can tell Goldberg, the look on his face, he's getting nervous as Jalen Brown makes his first free throw of the night, and his second. 5-point deficit separates the two. Looks like Seth Goldberg is keen to use one of his other timeouts, as we are now 50 seconds left in this third quarter, and it has definitely gone Loyola's way, despite John Carroll showing a slimmer of pulling away, but they haven't been able to score in the past few minutes. That's the point where Loyola starts to take over.
I mean, yeah, just, again, they missed another three-pointer. This is completely unlike them. Like, they made three-pointer after three-pointer, just responding to every single one of Loyola's baskets last half with a three-pointer.
I would think Loyola may have outscored them so far this half, but I'm not exactly sure.
I think they have.
As I think a foul is called on Loyola, and Anthony Council will check it in. They tried to do a quick score for number 5, Caden Shania Fallon. That couldn't happen, and they were arguing on whose hand it went off. But in the end, yeah, Anthony Council will get the ball back. 30 seconds left to go. 5 points separate the teams. Spencer barely able to hold it on, as Basima has the entire left lane to himself. Spencer for 3. Can't do it. Basima lost the ball. Battle couldn't make it either. We are now under 20 seconds to go. Quoron Elliott gets it to Jalen Brown. Blocked away. by Theatrice Battle, and it went off the foot of Mason Ellison. So with 10 seconds left to go, subs for John Carroll, Miles Smith coming back in. Anthony Council coming out. I think Basima's actually been in the entire game. So they'll just let this one, they want to let the ball roll so that they have more time on the clock. Very smart move. As Fallon goes for 3, he's made his first of the half.
I mean,
Loyola, oh, they almost made that. So we will go in to the fourth quarter. It is still 8 points as it was at the beginning of the half, but they showed slimmers of hope. They cut it down to 5, and I think the fourth quarter is where they make their final move and take this game back.
Yeah, you have to think about that. Loyola ended up losing their momentum during halftime, and they ended up going down to giving John Carroll a 13-point lead, and they brought it back up to 8 by the end of the half. Now they just need to keep that going this last quarter.
So Loyola with 5 total fouls tonight. On the other hand, 12 total fouls for John Carroll, and it's starting to pay off. It didn't seem like it in the first half, but it has now, as an 8-point advantage seems like almost a 4-point advantage, which it could very well soon be. So that would be the lowest deficit since the end of the first quarter. Would be a 4-point deficit. Now, you predicted that the game was going to be a 59-65 game, but that would mean that John Carroll only scores 5 points in the fourth quarter, and that Loyola scores 19.
Yeah, that was really looking at both John Carroll and Loyola's games. John Carroll historically has scored less points per game, and their opponents have 2. John Carroll scoring an average of about 67 points per game, and opponents scoring an average of about 74. But Loyola scores an average of 56, and John Carroll, and being scored against, an average of about 59. So Loyola really scores a lot less than their opponents do too. It's a much more defensive game, and John Carroll plays a much more offensive game.
So now
but it looks like John Carroll's offensive side is really taking over here.
Corin Elliott checks in, as does Deji Battle Ali. Elliott, more points for him. It's now 48-54, 6-point game. Miller doesn't like it. Back up to 9. As there goes Ellison. Doesn't get the and 1, but is now 7 as Loyola has made their 50-point mark. The foul's going to get called on Colin Glorioso.
Great job on Ellison there, though. He just ran straight down court through everyone.
Loyola's starting to lose it. 7-point game. Basima, and he's the kind of guy that you just give it to in the paint and he'll make anything happen. As Fallon airballs the 3. And the student section being predictable. So Jalen Brown, who's kind of been the star of the game tonight for Loyola, has helped lead them back, in my opinion. Will bring it into the paint. And he is fouled.
I mean, on John Carroll's side, though, like, really, you got to look at Battle, Basima, and I'd say Fallon as well, are the 3 main guys that have just brought John Carroll to the 7-point lead they have now.
I spoke to Coach Tavalli about, how they're going to handle this defensively, and he said, you have to put more guys on Basima in the paint because that's where he shines. Although that has also caused more 3 points, as that one was blocked by Mason Ellison. Caden Shania Fallon couldn't get it done. It is a 7-point game with 6:30, as we will have another sub change. Aiden Abel coming in.
Ellison's been efficient both on offense and defense this game.
Abel will come in. Miles Smith will come in. Council will come in. And Beatrice Battle, Caden Shania Fallon, who I think leads the team in threes tonight, will exit. And Jalen Brown's going to go to the three-point line. He can cut it back to 5. Sorry, not three-point line, free throw line. Loyola have secured a foul bonus. It is now a 6-point game. And these free throws are where they're going to start to ruin the John Carroll defense. Nails the second. He missed 3 in a row. Now he's made 4. And Aiden Abel will check it back in. Coron Elliott is taken out of the game in place of Jordan Hammond.
It's now a 2-possession game for Loyola.
Miller able to hold on to it. Aiden Abel. Ball stolen away by Mason Ellison. Pushing for the paint, got to slow it down. Battle Ollie's fouled before he goes up. Chance to make it a 3-point game, and Battle Ollie will go to the free throw line. If he makes these both, it is a 3-point game. 10th, I believe that is the 16th foul of the night, or 15th foul. It is now a 4-point game. The comeback is happening.
I mean, a lot of Loyola's games are this close as well. Of Loyola's 13 games played, 7 of them ended with a 2-possession score difference of 6 or less.
No, Ollie makes the shot. Battle Ollie makes the shot. He's taken out. And now just one 3-point shot separates these two teams. John Carroll's not happy about it at all. Sam Navarre comes in for Battle Ollie, who's done his part. Anthony Council for 3. Got it. It is now a 6-point game.
Still a lot of time left in the fourth quarter, though. If Loyola can come back here.
So 3 points was their lowest deficit since the end of the first quarter, which was very bad. Hammond.
Yeah, if Loyola can come back here, it might be one of the biggest comebacks for Loyola since against St. Vincent Pallotti during the football season.
Ryder Drew for 3. Got it! 3 points again. Ryder Drew doing his part.
One of the best 3-point shooters on the team, and it proves it right there.
Aiden Abel, too far to the right side, rebounded by Ryan Drew. Here goes Jalen Brown for 3. Too far. Here goes Miller. Back to Abel, stolen away, picked up by Miller. Miles Sanders. The ball goes out. And they'll try and see who is off on. There was a little bit of a scrum.
The game just picked up pace massively.
This is going to come down to the wire in the end, which I don't think any of us expected.
Yeah,
but Loyola has been a team that shines in the fourth quarter. And here it is, 3 points down. They have a very great opportunity in front of them right now. And Coach Navali will make sure that they seize it.
I mean, yeah, just out of nowhere, they start going back and forth. Like, this game just got real.
Battle sinks it. Loyola is going to struggle to keep up under 5 minutes left to go. They need these points, and hopefully it's not too little too late for them, as here comes Jordan Hammond. Jalen Brown. Back to Ellison, he misses. Here goes Miller. That's gonna hurt. But Battle misses as well. Here goes Jalen Brown. He definitely has the means to score as Jordan Hammond for 3. And a foul. Jalen Brown's gonna go to the free throw line again. He's made 4 in a row after the 3-point missing streak. After the 3 shots he missed in a row, made the next 4. 9 fouls in the half. We have 4 minutes left of this game. Jalen Brown.
As you were saying earlier, Loyola's discipline may be the saving grace in this game.
Now Jalen Brown has an opportunity. It is a 5-point game. He can make it a 4-point game. Jalen Brown's has bounced back from the first half. 6 for 6 for free throws afterwards. They were 0 for 3. And after this game, when we get a chance to look at the stat sheet, you'll see all across the board how well they're doing in this fourth quarter. It's a 4-point game, 59-63. Nearly stolen away. Miller wants a 3. It's up! He missed it. Loyola wanted a foul. It's not going to matter anyway. They're going to count it. I'm not sure if I had the right angle. I thought it went in. As Ryder drew for 3. Off the top. That one's also going to hurt. Miles Sanders barely able to keep it in. There goes Basima. Out of his hands. It's beginning to fall apart for Loyola. It's a 7-point game now. They need it. 3 minutes left. Here goes Ryder Drew. Mason Ellison lays it in. Timeout called by Loyola because they want to settle it down. It's getting very hectic here on the Jerry Savage court. 3:20 left to go. 61-66. 5 points separate John Carroll and Loyola.
I was about to say Loyola's defense started to fall apart, but then they proved me wrong right there.
You can see something started to change after we cut it to 3 in the entire room, where everyone started to sense something's going to happen. And John Carroll started to score more. We scored 1. I think that's a very smart decision by Coach DeValley to call that timeout. John Carroll's nearly racked up 7 fouls this half. They have 16 in the entire game. Meanwhile, Loyola has 6. So 10 fouls more.
And that's more than double, if my math is right.
3 minutes left. Loyola has the bonus. John Carroll half possession. And suddenly, it is game on. You know, honestly, I don't think anyone in here was really counting them out yet after halftime. You can see it in both the coaches.
I mean, both sides are worried.
Although, what could hurt is that now Beatrice Battle and John Carroll will take over. And if they hit a 3, say right here, it is back to an 8-point game, which is going to hurt.
John Carroll is starting to play a more slow-paced game here, trying to run out the clock.
Battle not able to do it. Jalen Brown with an excellent rebound, which is what they need. They need these defensive rebounds. Here goes Jalen Brown.
Yeah, I think it's...
For the dunk, and he missed! Miles Sanders. And a charge it. They'll call it a charge. It's exactly what Loyola needed. But Jalen Brown. Yeah, the dunk attempt, which is not very common within high school sports, but
very close, though.
that would have been a highlight reel. Jalen Brown. Now 10 fouls in the half. And Loyola don't even have 10 in the game. Here goes Jordan Hammond. And he'll draw the blocking foul and go to the line for 2 in an attempt to make it 3 points again. With 2 minutes and 42 seconds left to go.
Loyola, in my opinion, has had much better footwork this game. Like a lot better dodging, a lot better just getting past people.
And Jordan Hammond will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. And I think this time it's Seth Goldberg that calls the timeout, because this is ultimately what it comes down to. If he makes both of these free throws and say Ryder Drew or somebody else hits another three, we're tie game here with 2 minutes left to go. And ultimately, with the way the fourth quarter's been going, you kind of know who's going to end up running away if they get this game tied.
Yeah. Definitely. I think John Carroll may have called that timeout to kind of disrupt Loyola's momentum
Yeah, I
there.
think they want to ice out Jordan Hammond. But I think Coach Diwali wants to talk about how are they going to get those 3 points after the prospective free throws that would hopefully be made by Jordan Hammond. Again, that's what home field advantage will do for you. When everyone's quiet during the free throws. So Hammond's going to go to the line. Game on the line. 61-66, 2 minutes left. Jordan Hammond. No trouble on the first one. We are at 4 points. If he makes the second, this entire room's gonna change. Three points just now. That's all they need. 66-63. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Here goes Miller, Noah Miller. Chino, Basima, and now Abel, almost airballs. Noah Miller, back to Abel. They want to hold on to the ball as long as they can. Here goes Miles Sanders. Basima. No can do, shooting foul called. They'll go to the line for 2. And Basima should have no trouble making it.
I mean, honestly, I think John Carroll's being a bit too confident trying to run the clock out right now. I mean, Loyola can tie it up.
Even if they
with
make
one
this,
shot.
they're not out of the woods.
'Cause Loyola can easily tie this game up.
I can't even hear myself. Makes the first.
I mean, still 2 minutes left.
They will need him to miss the second, or else it's going to be most likely John Carroll running away with this game.
I mean, not necessarily, though, because, like, it's only 5-point difference. It's a 3-pointer and 2-pointer to tie it up. Or 2 threes to win.
Misses the second. 4 points. You know, I'd love to see a 3 here, make it a 1-point game.
I mean, best case scenario, you draw a shooting foul as well. Get an and 1.
Ryder Drew! Oh. And Jalen Brown is fouled. He needs to just make 1 to make it a 3-point game. 1 minute, 49 seconds left to go.
If he makes both, though, Loyola can tie it up with 2 or win with 3.
So Jalen Brown makes the second after he missed the first, and once again it's a 3-point game. Obviously it could have helped if he made the first, but nonetheless should be fine as Loyola now have a double bonus as it's stolen away. Here goes Ellison, they need 3 and it's stolen away. Again, Jano, Basima. Council can't get it. Basima can't get it, but the foul. Nobody in this room is happy about it. The disappointment, you can hear it. And I'm not sure about that call at all, and neither is Diwali. Now they're counting on Basima to miss again, but if he even makes 1, it's still a 5-point game with 1:30, not a good situation that Loyola wants to be in. And they've started to miss more opportunities.
I just got a chill down my spine, though. What a game this has become.
Basima makes the first 5-point game. Sorry, a 4-point game. Excuse my awful math.
Let's see if it is 5.
And it will not be. 4 points. Loyola's still very much in it, and they honestly have had the upper hand so far this fourth quarter. Jalen Brown calling for the ball. Ryder Drew to make it 1. He's got it! Unbelievable!
What a game for Loyola!
67-68. 1 point. And a timeout called by Seth Goldberg.
1 point game. Down from going down 13 in the first half.
It's got to be the most exciting basketball game we've seen all year.
I mean, this is the most down to the wire I think Loyola's been in, actually not even this year. I think it's the closest they've been in multiple seasons.
Well, I will tell you, Colt, neither of us will have our vocal cords tomorrow. I don't think any of us will. Nobody in the student section, none of the coaches. What was once a 66 to, like, what's a 66 to, like, 58 game? It's now a 68. And look at the student section. Wow.
I mean, this is, no matter the outcome, this has been an amazing game for both sides. I mean, the people here in the court, people watching at home, people that hear about the game next Monday, I mean, this is one of the best games of basketball I think both of these teams have had in a long time.
A minute and 9 seconds left. 68. John Carroll, Loyola, 67. And John Carroll will start with the ball. Loyola has to stay calm because they're still down. We can't forget they're still down. You're now under a minute left to go. Noah Miller, Aiden Abel, stolen away. Here goes Jalen Brown. Pushing, Hammond, Brown. Hammond for 3. Doesn't get it. That would have been a storybook. 30 seconds left now as Aiden Abel is fouled by Jalen Brown, but it stops the clock. He's not going to the free throw line. Loyola. And after the foul, there will be a substitution. And Aiden Abel going to the free throw line. Correction. This could make it 3. Loyola would have 30 seconds. Abel makes it 2-point game. Best case scenario now, he misses this, and Loyola has a good opportunity.
A lot of pressure on him.
It is now a 3-point game, 70-67, and Loyola is going to need a 3-pointer to tie it. It's not looking great, and Diwali's going to call a timeout to talk it over with his team because they need a play that would win them the game now. The shot clock is at 27. The game clock is at 31.1. So if they turn it over, it could very well be game over. They need a 3-point shot on this possession, or else John Carroll will most likely be running away with this game due to the amount of time on the clock. A shot clock possession, it lasts 30 seconds. And since Loyola will definitely go under 30 seconds of their possession here, they need the tying shot because if John Carroll recovers, they're just going to run out the clock and it'll be game over. 70 points to 67.
I mean, huge props to Aiden Abel there, though. That is the highest amount of pressure I think you could have in a basketball game during a free throw. And he
To
made
close
it.
out the game. And you see Davali on the floor. He's drawing it up right now. He has a plan. They need 3. 2 won't work, 1 won't work. They have to have 3. And John Carroll has been given a bonus because of the 7th foul Loyola's racked up. It's starting to get a little bit looser in the Loyola defense, but it hasn't seemed to do them that much bad, except for the free throw, obviously. So Ryder Drew to check it in. We'll see what Coach Josh Davali has cooked up. We are now under 30 seconds left to go. Jalen Brown makes a miss for 3. Nearly stolen away. Ryder Drew able to recover. Excellent
Great.
job on the recovery. They have 10 seconds left. And another timeout called by Josh Davali. They need to hit a buzzer beater to send this game into overtime. It is 70-67, 12.2 seconds left to go in this basketball game. This is where it really counts.
I mean, everyone's heart just like dropped there. Loyola looked like they lost possession, then they got it right back.
I would love to see this game go into overtime because if it does, then Loyola will certainly and keep their momentum. I mean, you'd think.
Yeah. And would that be Loyola's first overtime game this season?
It was a 1-point game at some point in this game, where it was also a 16-point game at some point in this game, and they fought so hard to cut it. The worst thing you'd want now is to let it slip just out of your fingers.
I mean, if you could theoretically eliminate the entire first quarter, Loyola would be winning right now by a lot. That first quarter was Loyola's downfall in this game, but they are able to bring it back and come back.
12 seconds left, but they only have 8 seconds to score if you look at the shot clock. So if they miss, the remaining 4 seconds is left for John Carroll to put the cap on the game, but the majority of this room is praying for that not to happen. Loyola with a bonus if they get fouled. That's the double bonus. Now Hammond has it. Jalen Brown. Drew! 3, it's blocked! It goes up, and it's out of bounds. Killer, though, 4 seconds, and it's going to be John Carroll ball.
That's the game.
I think they're going to have to foul them right now. Another foul called on Loyola. And now John Carroll will go to the free throw line to seal the game. If they don't, Loyola have 3 seconds to make a miracle happen. But it's going to be Basima that goes to the free throw line. And if he makes just one of these shots, it is game over. Loyola's student section determined not to make it happen. Basima makes the shot, and that should do it, as it is now 71-67.
Still, though, what a game this has been.
Yeah, what a game. They fought so hard to get back, and in the end, I mean, if it didn't work out, it's obviously so disappointing that that's how they're going to go out, but they did as much as they could. And in the end, it just wasn't enough. The John Carroll defense came in very clutch to end the game. And Goldberg, you have reason to be mad. He has reason to be mad that they allowed this to happen. But you obviously know what he told his defense with 12 seconds left clearly worked. And in the end, a win is a win. They still got over 70 points. So good for them, but Loyola will suffer their 3rd straight loss after beating Pilati by 20 points, losing to McDonough, losing to Goretti, and losing this heartbreaking loss to John Carroll. They'll have some time to figure out how they can close this season out on a positive note as Basima misses. Clock is stopped. They have. So best case scenario is, since they have a double bonus, they would need to take a 3-point shot and make it and get an and one. And that is how you get 4 points. That's the most amount of points that you can get on a possession. They need to go to the 3-point line and get fouled.
I mean, that would be amazing if Loyola could pull that off. I mean, that'll make headlines.
3 seconds left, and ultimately, they're going to need a lot to happen. John Carroll puts out their defense, hoping to close it out, and it looks like they're going to set it up for Jordan Hammond. And if he's fouled by Basima, there goes Jalen Brown. Makes the 1 points. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Ball game 69-71 is your final score. There's a little bit of confusion at the end, but that should be it.
People shouting there should be 2 on the clock, but
He let the clock run out with 0.6 seconds left, which Loyola's down by 2. You can't take the ball back and score in 0.6 seconds.
yeah.
So what are they talking about now is that they've added 1.1 second left on the clock. 67-61. So is he going for an and one is my question. He made it. No, he made it. So they'll give him the 69. And now, I mean, 1.1 second, I don't think it's going to happen.
I mean, if Loyola can, really the only way Loyola can possibly win, which is very, very unlikely, if they draw a foul in that 1.1 second.
No, because it would go to the free throw line.
Yeah,
they would score 2 more. In perspective,
Yeah.
Coach Javali is very upset now.
I mean, like, 1% chance Loyola can draw a foul in that 1.1 second. John Carroll somehow misses their free throws, and then Loyola scores, but that's not going to happen.
They're taking it now, but that's Miles Smith misses it. So wait a minute, if he misses this next one, even if he makes it, it's a technical, right? So he missed. Loyola, in perspective, has 1.1 second to get the ball in the net and tie or win this game.
Well, no, if Loyola gets
No,
in
so technical, yeah, never mind. John Carroll will have it. Game is closed out, except, yeah, no, they're going to call another foul. So they'll just go to the line again, put 2 more in. Last little desperation attempts that will eventually, I mean, they're doing what they can, but
officials really playing with our hearts here, though.
they've put 0.3 seconds on the clock. So, yeah. In the end, it's either going to be 73, 72, or 71-69. Loyola, the only reason they have 8 fouls now is because they're fouls that are strategic. Fouls that will stop the clock and get them time. So they've had 8 fouls in the second half compared to their 3 in the first half. Make that 9. But it's only because of they did what they had to do. And in the end, it's still not enough. This one is gonna hurt, but so now another foul. I think they just called another technical foul on the sideline for Loyola. So now Loyola has 10 in the second half. They have 13 fouls
These
total.
John Carroll players.
Sanders misses. But what they would need is to hurl the ball down the field. The clock doesn't start until it touches someone's hands, and they would just need to tap it in. But if he makes this, they're going to need a lot more than that. He missed! Yeah, no.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I mean,
there is your final score, 79-61.
John Carroll is going to be talking about this game for years. What a game.
71-69 is your final score. Thank you all very much for tuning in to Loyola Sports Network. I'm Cole Cross.
You are not. I'm Cole Cross.
I was saying your line for you. I'm very confused after what just happened. I'm George Schaefer. Come on, Cole. All right.
Yeah, we're done.
I'm George Schaefer, joined by Cole Cross. Thank you all very much for watching Loyola Sports Network.